Hi, I'm Chris Tiger, and I'm back again for the true love of God that we talk about. This is the True Love of God platform, we started yesterday and it was an introductory session we had. Like as the name suggests, we're going to be talking about love a lot. And a matter of fact, everything that has to do with God, Bible, Christianity, any religion that you want to talk about, all has to revolve around love, because love is the basis for all these things, for all that we do, for all that has been done for us by the Almighty God Himself. Whether you're a Christian, whether you're a Muslim, when you look at everything, the creation, everything around you, you find that the mystery of those creations are rooted in love. I don't know how you want to pack that in your mind, but you understand what I'm saying. And so let me welcome you formally to the TLOG platform. That is the True Love of God platform. Now, to be here, you don't have to be a Muslim, a Christian, anything. Just be yourself. And we'll be talking true. Well, I'm a Christian. Christianity is all I've known all my life. So I'm going to be speaking to the love issues and other issues through the window or perspective of my experience as a Christian and in the Christendom, using the Bible, of course. And but I definitely will try to connect to your faith through the perspective, from the perspective of Christianity, using universal precept. In other words, ideas that you can understand, that connects to you in your various faith or religion, as it were. Well, again, let me state this clearly. I'm not here as a pastor or a preacher or an evangelist. I'm just here as myself, Chris Paul Utaigwe, a regular guy, indeed a sinner. I'm a sinner, okay? And so I need sinners like me here so we can learn from each other, we can exchange ideas and hone ourselves, in the process of improving our relationship with God. Or for those who have issues with that word God or that name God, with the Almighty Creator. Okay, and so, but I'm just a regular guy, so I'm not here to come and tell you I'm an authority on anything. I'm just speaking from my heart, from my experience, and I believe that you will learn a lot from it, and I'm sure I can learn a lot from you too. So, yesterday I told you it's all about love, and so today we will elaborate on the word love from the Christian scriptures. That's from the Bible. I'm going to give you over 63 scriptures, that talk about love in the Bible, for those who are Christian theologians and all of that. But I'm going to pick a few of them and then explain to you what love is all about and let you understand and appreciate the fact that love exists. Unfortunately, a lot of us try to use our experiences to diminish, cover, even discard or dismiss the existence of love. Love is love anyhow, anytime, anywhere, But of course, there are degrees of it, there are shades of love. Of course, the ultimate, as we know, is the agape love and all of that. But whether agape, utopian, whatever it is love. The tenure differs. Love is about the moment and the lifetime. You can have love can last. One of my past girlfriends used to say, yes, I had girlfriends, yeah. But I guess at this point in my life, I've had to I've had to now like cool down on those on that kind of life. So you can say I'm a retired ladies man, as it were. I don't want to use one word here that I use among my friends, you know. Very naughty word, so I'm not going to tell you just now. But take the fact that I now know better and wiser and lot smarter about these things, and I've seen that it's all vanity. You don't have to have so many girlfriends, and for the women, you don't have to have so many boyfriends. One is enough for you per time, as it were. I say per time because just in resonance to the love itself, the tenure of love I said just now, is between, it lasts between the moment and a lifetime. So it can last a day, it can last a month, it can last an hour, it can last a year, it can last a lifetime. You only pray to have that, you know, that enduring love, eternal love, you know, and we can always have it. We can always have it. I tell you, it's not difficult. Just what complicates love, actually, let me tell you right now, is your ego and sense of entitlement. Okay? Once you don't have ego, once you can discard your ego or subject your ego, and you don't develop any sense of entitlement, love is yours, and you are love's, you know, because love comes on its own terms, at its own time, dictates and directs its own moments. So, you know, love is a dictator. Indeed, it's a tyrant on our lives and our moments. But trust me, if you allow yourself to flow with it, it's a blissful experience, as you know. For those of you who may have experienced it at one point or one time or the other, you'll agree with me that it's a blissful experience. It's a peaceful experience, a sweet experience, you know. So that's what love is all about. So I'm going to now go into the scriptures and let's see what the scriptures say about love, okay? Let me begin with Corinthians 16:14. That's Corinthians chapter 16, verse 14. It says, let all that you do be done in love. That's clear. It's clear. I don't need to explain anything. Let everything, anything that you do for anybody be done in love because you love that person. You don't need no interpretation about that now. I'm sure you do understand that. And then let's go to Colossians 3:14. It says, above all these, put on love, which binds everything together in perfect harmony. And above all this, put on love. And above all this, put on love, which binds everything together in perfect harmony. That's what love does. Love can turn disorder into some order, or generate order in disorder. Okay? I don't know about vice versa, but I know that love can bring order to disorder. You know, so, and then he said, put on love. And above all this, put on love, which binds everything together in harmony. That's what love does. It binds everything together in harmony. If for instance, you are, that's why they say, for instance, if there is peace in the heart, there will be peace in the home. That's it. You can be 100 people in one room. And indeed, Lagos will tell you that if Lagos experiences this on a daily basis. Lagos State, because Lagos, everybody runs to Lagos. Even Abuja is kind of taking that over from Lagos now. I grew up in that kind of setting. We were almost 20 in one room. My father, my mother, my 8 other siblings, and visitors that would come from all over, from village. They all came, spent time with us. We loved each other. Of course, we had issues, but there was some kind of love, you know. But on the flip side, you have people who live in mansions and all that, but they are not at peace and there is no love. So you can understand, So you also wonder sometimes why, these people, very the lower class of people. You find this beautiful woman who would die for her poor husband, who is a low-income earner, even out of job sometimes, but they are happy together, On the flip side, you have the rich. In most cases, husband and wife, they don't love each other, So that is what love does, brings everything together in perfect harmony. Let's go to Corinthians 13, verse 16. So now, faith, hope, and love abide. These three. But the greatest of these, that's the greatest of these three, is what? Love. And I can explain that to you. Easy. Faith, hope, and love. When you love somebody, faith, well, if that person says, sit here for the whole day until you see me, but you will see me. You will wait in faith and hope, gladly, joyfully. You will not feel the weight of waiting. That's the burden of the burden of waiting for somebody. You won't become agitated at any point. You are expectant because you know that it will definitely surely happen. The person will come and will give you that which has been promised you. That can only happen when and if and where you love that person. That's what it's all about. Then let's look at what John 15 verse 13 says. Greater love has no one than this, that someone lay down his life for his friends. Here, of course, we're talking about Jesus Christ. Well, in history, physical and spiritual, only Jesus Christ is said to have died for all of us. That's why we say he died for our sins. You know how he died. You know he died in a very, very brutal manner. You can't, you can't do that for anybody. But he did it for all of us. And he had all the powers. He had all the powers to subdue those stupid people who were crucifying him. But he didn't use the power. That's another love, And that's the ultimate love, because he knew that we didn't know what we're doing. Those who did it to him did not know what they were doing. So he was ready to take the pain on behalf of all of us, then and now. And that's why his name remains, today. That's why we love him, we worship him, we adore him till forever. Because he did that one thing for all of us. And that's an example for us to follow. But I doubt if anybody can say he's going to die for anybody right now. But people do that. That's why we call them martyrs. Unfortunately, we don't even, in most cases, we don't even respect or recognize our martyrs. Of course, it doesn't have to be in Christendom. It can be political. It can be cultural. It can be somebody who stands and say, I'm going to lay down my life for everybody, for the cause of the collective, for the cause of the whole body, for the cause of country, for the cause of my classmate, for the cause of my classmate, for the cause of my family, my friends, those who I love. I will sacrifice myself. Who can do that? Only a few people. And those few people have what you call the ultimate love. And so they are ready, gladly, to pay the ultimate price should the need arise. You see, when you love, You love out of conviction. You love, and once you love, you are ready to do anything. Well, to some people, oh, those who love are fools. But it's true. They say only fools fall in love. Only fools can enjoy love. And that's why God even says he uses foolish things to confound the wise. Only foolish people then enjoy the bliss that love brings. So the wise ones are struggling forever and ever. Look, if love was an app, it was an app, I can assure you, it won't last 1 hour. It will sell out. The rich will buy, overbuy. You know, if love was an app. But you see, love is priceless. Money cannot buy love. Because love is inbuilt, inherent, anchored on, mounted on, built on simple things of life. Simple things of life. Okay, 1 Corinthians 13, 4-7 tells us, says, love is patient. Now here are the characteristics of love. Please listen to this. The love is patient and kind. Love does not envy or boast. It is not arrogant or rude. I just gave you the scenario of somebody who's expecting something from somebody he loves or she loves. You want to do that in faith and hope. You gotta be patient and kind. You know, love does not envy or boast. If you love somebody, why are you going to envy somebody? In fact, true love celebrates other people's success. You're happy to see somebody win, even if you're part of that game. If you didn't win, somebody won, you are happy to rejoice with that winner. Because if you didn't win now, you may win tomorrow. So you don't envy anybody. You don't need to. And you don't have to boast. Where you win, you don't boast. Because even though I'm not a fan of Joe Biden anymore, I used to be, I love him, but his neo-colonialist agenda in the current state of affairs in Africa is making me have a rethink about him. But he said something that I love. He said his mother, when he was a kid, told him that you people are the ones for whom your success or your failure are measured, or is measured rather. If you fail, you competed against people. And if you win, your victory is because you competed against people. So you didn't win, you didn't just get up and become a winner. So people, Felicia is here, Riaki, and Arodu, Black Guy is watching. Okay, no problem. I am trying, but it is, I have not been able to. I'm still learning the ropes on this techie aspect of the Facebook Live. So you have to pardon me, but if you have something, please just send a message for now. I wanted to add you, but anyway, we'll get this as we go along. So what was I saying? So that's it, so you can't boast if you truly love somebody, love anybody. You don't need to boast. People will boast for you on your behalf. People will love you for who you are, and it is not arrogant or rude. That's love. Love is not arrogant or rude. If you're in love with anybody, you don't have to be arrogant or rude now. Okay? I use the example of a newborn baby. A newborn baby is powerless. Can't speak, can't say anything, can only cry. As his own form of communication. So that's why monsters can take a baby and smash them up the wall. Demons, But they know when they do that, they can't do that to their own children, But that's not the issue right now. The issue is that a little baby, conquers you. conquers the strongest. A little child, little born baby. Because no matter how high you are, how hard your heart is, you see the little baby, you're smitten with love. You can't say, in your majesty, this little baby is nothing, so I'm going to be arrogant and rude to the little kid, the little baby. You can't dare. Because the power of love overwhelms you. So you find yourself fixated and you're loving the child. Okay, so that's what it is. And okay, it goes further to say, it does not insist on his way. Love does not insist on his way. Indeed, love thrives in dialogue. Okay? If you love somebody, you gladly play the fool. Even if the person is wrong, you will gladly play the fool. And the person, because love is true and it's potent, it doesn't shake, it doesn't move. That person who is in the wrong will come back to your truth, which is founded on love. In most cases, if your love is genuine and sincere, that person will come apologize to you and say, I'm sorry. I went the wrong way. But if you insist that they know you're wrong, you're not, become a fight that may lead to some kind of malice, some kind of conflict that will create crisis that will tear the relationship apart. And of course, kill love in the process. So love does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. You understand that? Love does not, you love everybody. Nobody irritates you. Nothing irritates you. You know why? Because when you love, you are loved. When you love somebody, you are loving the God in them. Okay? Because they say God is love, love is God. So when in fact, for those who understand the fact that they sleep and they wake up is not by their power or their might, but by the grace of God, because a lot of people will sleep tonight and won't wake up. A lot of people slept yesterday, they didn't wake up today. Or those who woke up, some woke up in the hospital, some woke up in the prison, some woke up in crisis. But a lot of us, to God be the glory, we are all alive and peaceful and in good health. But we also do not. That does not mean that we gloat or whatever, rejoice in the misfortune of those who woke up on the wrong side of the day today. For those who are in any crisis today, we pray to God that God will rescue them and give them peace. For those who are losing their loved ones and who are losing their loved ones today, our condolences go to them. So we continue. Love is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice at wrongdoing. That's what I said just now. Love does not rejoice at wrongdoing. You can't say, aha, I catch him. Yes, I said it. I said it now. I said we get it wrong. I have gotten it wrong, you see. I said it. No, love does not do that. Even if and when and where you're right, you're correct. You don't. That's why I said just now that you don't. That's why I said love does not insist on its own way. Say your mind, say your piece. This is the right way to go. From my own experience, just say it. But do not insist on it. And when, as you have seen, as you have predicted, as you've calculated, they go the wrong way and they get the consequences, please do not mock them. Do not rejoice at their misfortune. Just appreciate the fact that they understand and they're retracing their steps. You have to love everybody to the point that you are ready to receive them when they come back to you, when they return. A lot of us don't have that forgiving spirit. That's why we all go to get into Christ. It's very difficult to forgive, don't get me wrong, but there is power in the capacity and the ability to forgive. Trust me, there is power. And there's a liberation, there's a release when we're able to forgive that hurt. The deeper the hurt, the deeper the hurt, the deeper the forgiveness, the higher the powers you get. Yeah? The higher, the greater powers you get. Love gives you power. Spiritual too. Spiritual. And I'll give you the arithmetic, I'll end this with my arithmetic of love, which a lot of people don't know. I will say that here. I will give you the tips on how you can actually love people and become the champion wherever you are, in your community, in your gathering, your collective, your country. You can become a champion just by loving people, just by developing that heart to accept, to accommodate, to tolerate in love. It's good. It's a sweet experience. Trust me. It's a sweet experience. And I'll explain to you when I'm going to close, and that will be very soon. So please be attentive. Love rejoices with the truth. Yeah. When the truth and where the truth is said, you rejoice. Out of love and in love. Yeah. Now, 1 John chapter 4, 7 to 8. Beloved, let us love one another, for love is from God and knows God. Love is from God and knows God. I don't need any grammar. I'm not so only pastor know how to twist, interpret, translate. No, this one doesn't even need any translation, interpretation. No, this is just straight, literal. The letters are clear. I'll say it again. He said, beloved, let us love one another. For love is from God and knows God. So if you don't love people, forget it. Forget it. Anything you say, I love God, I hate God, that's a lie. I don't care who you are. You've heard it now. It's in the Bible now. 1 John chapter 4, verse 7 to 8. It says, beloved, let us love one another, for love is from God and knows God. What other grammar do you want to use to interpret that? Just love somebody. And when you love, that love is from God that you're expressing to that person. And when you love in truth and in deed, your relationship with God is, becomes more real. Like I said, they say, how can you love God that you don't see? Yes. Everybody say, I love God. I'm a child of God. Which child? Who told you are a child of God? A child of God won't say, I'm a child of God now. A child of God is known by the love he or she exhibits and expresses. So there are no shortcuts to these things. So when I hear people say, I'm a child of God, I'm a pastor, what the hell are you? Did Jesus Christ? I'm Jesus Christ. Every time everybody is with him. He went ahead and did what he wanted to do. In love, of course. So don't come near me saying, I love God. Oh, that reminds me, there was a video. In fact, let me just say this right now. This platform actually came from one video. It inspired one of the inspirations for this platform. But one video, a young girl did. Spoke articulately, right? I wish I would see that video. I would see that video, and hopefully by the time I see that video, I'll be able to know how to place, video side by side what I'm saying. But I can only explain it. I hope you'll have seen it. The lady goes on and says that you don't have to be moral to go to heaven or to have a relationship with God. You don't have to be this. You don't have to be good. You don't have to be right. That God will take you like that. And so that means, that for me was balderdash. How do you mean that you don't have to be, so I should just grow up and be a bad person? So those who have taken, why would Jesus Christ say, love is the greatest law of all the commandments, of all God's law. Love. Let me say it so that you can hear it well. Love is the greatest law, greatest of all the laws. So you want to tell Jesus that is wrong? You don't have to love to be right with Christ? That's nonsense. Anybody who tells you that is ignorance. I will say this with all sense of responsibility and humility, because it's crazy. Oh, another thing. Let me now also give you another thing. As they come to my head, I will be pouring them out. People pray and say, may you never die an untimely death. Who? That's a 419 prayer. Quote me, I'm saying, and I'll prove it to you now. May you never die an untimely death. Who says? If a child is born and dies now, that's the time that child is supposed to die. Somebody who lives up to 200 years or 150 years, that's the time it's in the book, it's written that they will go. Only God knows when you are supposed to die. Only God. Nobody else. If it is not your time, you will never die. So there is no matter of untimely death. I'll give you this scenario too. There are two, I want to use it too. Two people in the same car. Two twins. Identical in everything. Way, shape, and form. Identical twins in the same brand of cars. A and B. Twin A, twin B. They are running at the same velocity. At the same speed. Both of them have an accident. At the same speed, at the same time. The same tree they hit. One dies, one lives. Unscathed. So what are you going to say? Oh, this one died, the one that died on untimely death. Oh, this one will die when? No. It's only God who knows when you will die. So anybody who is telling you, you never die on untimely death, is a false 419 prayer. I never knew this until my sister, brought my attention to it. You never die on untimely death. Who will die on untimely death? Which pastor has God shown that, this person is supposed to die by the year 2030, but he died 2023. Which man of God or which spiritualist will tell you that? So I just have to give you that. So back to our love. I'm almost rounding off now on the scriptures. So as I said, beloved, that's 1 John 4, verse 7 to 8. It says, beloved, let us love one another. For love is from God and knows God. Anyone who does not love does not know God. You see what I'm saying? Because why? God is love. Pakam. I'm not pakam. No, look at it now. Anyone, you heard that English. It's in 1 John chapter 4, verse 7 to 8. It says anyone. Doesn't matter who the person is. Who does not love does not know God. Okay? Because God is love. Which other grammar do you want from that one now? Because God is love. So if you don't love, you don't know God. That's why a lot of people don't actually know God. Yeah. That's why a lot of people do not know God in the real sense. Whether they are in church, whether they are outside the church, whether they are in mosque, whether they are not in mosque, whether they are in shrine or they are not in shrine. If they do not love, they do not know God. Simple English. Simple English. Well, I can't go through all 63 scriptures, but I'll look at the final scripture here. 1 Peter 4, verse 8 tells us, above all, keep loving one another earnestly, since love covers a multitude of sin. And above all, keep loving one another earnestly, since love covers a multitude of sin. The operational word here is earnestly. Love each other with enthusiasm, great excitement. Because when you do that, you can forgive anything without any regret, without having any remnant of that tragedy inside of you, your mind. Okay? So keep loving each one another earnestly, since love covers a multitude of sins. Okay, now let me give you some tips about love, about how you can love somebody. It's tricky, but if you can do it, now you be champion now. First of all, let me give you the arithmetic of love before I go to the real tips. I will end on that. I think there are 10 people in the room, okay? And out of those 10 people, everybody, of course, will love each other to the degree one loves the other, okay? That's humanity today now. That's the degree to which somebody loves you, that you will love the person back. In most cases, you don't even love as much. So here is the arithmetic here. So there are 10 people in the room, all right? Out of those 10 people, one, okay, love each person to the level of 8/10, okay? 8, I'm not saying 10/10 because nobody is perfect. Only God can be perfect. So this person has the highest love score or love level, which is at 8/10. Of course, the rest will love that person. The rest will love themselves to 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 0/10. Nobody can even love beyond 5/10, except for this one person. Because to each and every one of the rest of the 9, they will return. If they are returning the love, reciprocating this one person's love, it will be more than the one they will give to the rest now. So if they are giving everybody else, each other and everybody else, say 3/10, 2/10, to this one person who loves them each 8/10, they are going to love that person no less than worst case scenario, 6/10. Okay, 6/10. So you can say that one person has taken everybody's love. That person becomes the person everybody looks up to. They look on to him. They look up to him too. That person becomes the godlike person in their midst. And you know what happens to that person? That person does not need to spend money on material things. Trust me. Because then each and every one of them would gladly see it as a favor to do something for that person. Doing that person a favor would be like a favor being done to them. I'm sure you understand what I'm saying. That is why, for instance, no matter how shrewd a business person you could be, there will be that one person you love so much, you are like willing to give that thing that you sell free of charge. Free. Everybody pays. But that one person, you are glad to have, is a pleasure for you and a privilege for you to have that person to have it free. And it comes from your heart. Because that person loves you. You've experienced true love from that person. Okay? So, so that's it. That's the arithmetic of love that I normally share with people, okay? And then the tips about love then. Let's end on this. Tips about love, yeah. I don't know about you, but if you've ever had a pet, especially a dog, okay? I know because I've experienced dogs as pets. I mean, I've had dogs as pets, and so I understand the feeling of living with dogs. A dog barks, and barking by human understanding, by human definition, is a rude response to is a rude way of communicating. But we know that is the acceptable way for dog to communicate. It's acceptable because I'm laughing because it's funny because if a dog says, okay, let me be a human person, so let me not bark to ask for food. So you do not go, I want food, please give me food. You will run away now because the dog is no longer a dog. It's something else. You understand what I'm saying? So when the dog barks, you are able to throw that back in. Understand what it's saying. When it's barking in a particular way, you know it's looking for food, it's hungry. Barking in another type of way, you know it's trying to draw your attention to something. So you understand the community. So you don't back at a dog. You don't now. What the hell are you? Why are you barking at me? No, you don't. Because the dog will say, what is this message? So because you understand the nature of a dog, when it barks in love, you listen attentively to what it's saying. Is it looking for food? Is it hungry? Is it trying to draw your attention to something? And when it does, in love, you go get that thing for him. And the dog will acknowledge, right? And guess what? The dog becomes the most loyal. The dog is the most loyal friend you can have. Yeah, the loyalty of the dog is unshakable. Yeah. Indeed, of any animal, even lions. Oh, lions are great lovers, you know. Yeah, they are carnivores, but they are great lovers. I love watching animals, you know, trying to be humans in videos. So try that yourself and you understand what I'm talking about. A lion will love. A lion loves. You know, have you experienced the love of a lion? I've not been with the lion, but I've watched the love of the lion in video. It's overwhelming. When you see a lion and a human being should be eating in love, perfect love, you know. So back to the dog, the pets concept. So see everybody as a dog that you love. Don't show it to them. This is in your heart that this concept is built, and that's where you manage it. You see everybody as a dog. When they're mad, are you mad? Are you idiot? You calm down. Because they're barking at a dog. You don't have to bark back at them. You calm down, take it all in, breathe out, you know. When the person is done barking or shouting, as it were, as the case may be, still table the issue. If the person insists, don't insist. Like we said just now, on your own way. You get away, avoid the place. Okay, the person will always come round. That is classic. You can't. But the only problem we have with that kind of thing is that we want to dictate the time the person should bounce back, should come to our own reasoning. No, you don't. Do what you have to do and you can. Do it in love and do it right. You will get that result. You get that reward. That is classic. So, I hope you understand what I've said today, and I hope I've made myself clear enough and you've learned one or two things. This brings this session to an end, a close for now. You know, here we don't say goodbye. We just say, we'll see you another time. Hopefully, same time tomorrow. We'll congregate here to continue our session on how to identify, understand, and appreciate the true love of God. You know, because this is the true love of God platform, the TLOG platform. Well, so I'll see you tomorrow, same time, by God's grace. Please, as we say, share, comment, like, send it to all your friends, family, fans, even foes. You could help them. They will come around to you. I trust me. By God's grace, though. You know, so that we can all. We have a lot to talk about here. I said yesterday that we'll be talking deep, and we'll be very radical. We'll be deep and we'll be very radical. So please join me tomorrow. And let's talk about the true love of God. I'm Chris Paul Otaibe, your friend, sinner like you. See you tomorrow. Thank you very much. God bless.